Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to Arabic Essentials, a YouTube channel where I'll be focusing on classical Arabic, Quranic Arabic specifically, and other deen essentials. Most of the content here is going to be geared toward beginners seeking a means to grow in their understanding of the Arabic language, connecting with the Quran, as well as some other foundational texts that may be a means of benefit. For those of us who are primarily English speaking and we don't live in the Arab world or come from the Arab world, those of us who may not even come from a background where hearing Arabic sounds is even common, let alone, hearing the Arabic language. And when we begin to approach the Arabic language and many of these basic foundational texts, there are so many challenges that come with that. And the first, of course, being environment. Even when we're beginning to learn the Arabic language, we're still immersed in an English speaking environment. Environments where encounters with the Arabic language are rare, and encounters with classical Arabic especially, it's even more rare. And it goes without saying that being in an Arab country around native Arab speakers is going to significantly enhance your learning, comprehension, and retention of the Arabic language, no doubt, right? But for most of us, majority of us, we just don't have the opportunity or the means to put ourselves in such environments. And even if we did, being immersed in an Arabic environment, it's a very small part of the equation. It doesn't negate hard work, dedication, commitment, discipline, right? And of course, the right approach. There are plenty of people who went abroad with the wrong idea, right? They think that simply being immersed in an Arabic environment is going to do the work for you. Or they spend most of their time around other English speakers, and the most they end up with when they come back is some basic conversational skills, which is a complete waste of such a great opportunity. Right? The second, being off to a late start, particularly for those of us who are converts and for many others as well. We don't really start learning the Arabic language until we're adults. So a lot of time, energy, and effort simply goes into, learning the Arabic alphabet, learning how to pronounce words correctly or pronounce letters correctly. And so we're clearly at a bit of a disadvantage. And even though there's a traditional approach to learning the Arabic language through classical primers, commentaries, selected readings, etc., even within these basic texts, there's still so much for us to unpack because we're coming from a background that has little to no, experience with the language on any level, as opposed to the native Arabic speaker or others as well who may have had some previous exposure or some basic prerequisite knowledge based on interactions in their community, in their household, at school, that kind of just makes that transition easy for them. Right? And they attain that with no extra effort. It's just something that's naturally picked up, just like it is for us growing up learning and speaking the English language. So how do we bridge this gap? How do we develop a solid enough foundation to be able to benefit from this traditional approach? Also, many of us may not even have the means to join a structured course. There may not even be many where we live. And online, there's so much out there that what ends up happening is we end up studying everything and nothing all at the same time. And because of this lack of clear direction, there's a lot of self-study involved, and it can be intimidating and it can be very off-putting and exhausting. The third is lacking long-term focus, right? The time commitment. How long is it going to take me to reach a level of mastery or a degree of mastery over the Arabic language, or at least to an advanced level? And there's no clear-cut answer for this. And with all of these, instant Arabic courses that will tell you, if you complete XYZ course, you'll master the Arabic language. This is not only very misleading, but it can also be very detrimental to our focus and growth, because we may end up thinking that we know what we don't actually know, not only misunderstanding what we read, but now we're spreading misinformation. Or we might be neglecting building on and developing and honing these skills in a way where we're progressing gradually, because we have this mindset that, once I complete this course and then this course and then this book here, then I'll reach my goal. And it doesn't actually work like that. And that's not how we learned growing up as well as English speakers. We didn't learn the English language like that, right? So how can we expect to approach the Arabic language like that? Simply put, anything that is reductionistic or microwave dinner-like, it's going to leave as quickly as it came, if it ever really came at all to begin with. So how do we continue to study, benefit, and grow in our understanding of the Arabic language? The first shifting our mindset. We have to understand that there are absolutely no shortcuts to attaining knowledge, and especially not when it comes to learning the Arabic language, right? A language that is so deep, rich, and profound. The language that Allah chose to reveal His final revelation to humanity in. A language that has extensive encyclopedic works on something seemingly simple like prepositions and their many rhetorical nuances. Learning is a lifelong journey, and learning the Arabic language requires immense patience, discipline, and focus. So managing our expectations is extremely important, especially in this time where we can order practically anything on the internet and it shows up almost instantaneously. It's hard to maintain this long-term mindset, this long-term mentality. We're not going to learn everything about the Arabic language overnight, right? Again, that's not how we learned English. Many of us are still learning things about the English language as adults, right? Being native English speakers. So what do we think about the Arabic language? Bottom line is, be patient with yourself, pace yourself. Everyone learns differently and at a different pace, but it's always done gradually, never all at once. The second, tailor the approach to your goals. Tailor the approach to your specific needs and take advantage of the means that you have available to you wherever you are. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to learning the Arabic language. So prioritize what is most relevant to your goals and focus on that and be resourceful. So you can't travel abroad, but you want to further develop your listening comprehension skills. So be creative. Listen to the Quran more regularly with a sound translation and subtitles and follow along with that, right? Or watch a show like the Ahmed ibn Hanbal series on YouTube with the English subtitles and slow down the playback speed a little bit. Be creative. Do more of what works for you and brings you closer to your goal, but take an engaging and educational approach when doing so. And lastly, never underestimate the value of small but consistent effort. Always remember that we're only responsible for taking the means, right? With a sound intention and firm resolve. And it's only Allah who grants us and opens for us. You don't need to spend an hour and a half every day in a classroom in order to benefit and grow. Manage your time wisely and don't think that any effort is too little. If all you have to commit to or all you do commit to is 10 minutes a day, then commit to that 10 minutes every day and stick to it. Every day you'll be much closer to your goal than you were sitting around doing nothing, right? Doing this will also give you some momentum and protects you from burnout. It's just like anything, right? Take working out, for example. Like, how many people do you know go on some crazy restrictive diet, like the 1 rice grain a day diet type thing, or some crazy exhaustive workout plan when, you know, the day prior, the heaviest thing that they ever lifted before this was a chip. They're not going to be able to stick to that, right? After a couple of weeks, they'll abandon it, as opposed to taking simple steps like maybe cutting your sugar intake and just working out 15 to 20 minutes a day, right? Not only is that more manageable, but you'll gain momentum and the confidence to continue. And the results aren't instant, right? They show over time. And learning the Arabic language is no different. So I wrote a poem in English called The Essentials of Arabic Grammar with these specific objectives in mind: to give the beginner a solid foundation they can build upon and further progress in their journey toward reading comprehension and understanding of the Quran, as well as other classical Arabic literature. I'll be posting lessons for each section of this text on my YouTube channel for free. My aim is to post at minimum at least a lesson a week. If I can do more, I'll do more, but I don't expect to do any less, inshallah. My approach with these lessons is similar to the approach that I took initially when I first started learning the Arabic language. There was a lot of self-study involved, a lot of other commitments that I had, and so what I did was I committed to a minimum of 15 minutes every day. Right? So every day I would do a minimum of 15 minutes of study of the Arabic language. I did this until I was able to enroll in a course or find a teacher. And so my hope is to teach each section of this text within 15 to 20 minutes, inshallah, without compromising on properly conveying its content and sharing any necessary examples needed. How you study is up to you, but I took this approach to cater to the people who do have a lot of other responsibilities, family, work, and all the other distractions that we're plagued with today, our phones, social media, etc. And also because, you know, it's not necessary to sit around for hours to learn a concept. But again, how you study is up to you. This is not a be-all, end-all course. And I would assume that you're, you know, doing some other supplementary readings and courses and whatever it is that you're focused on attaining. Inshallah, this is of benefit to you in your Arabic learning journey and just on your journey toward really benefiting from this rich scholarly tradition. You're not going to be a Quranic exegete after this, right? Or a grammarian. This is, again, simply meant to bridge some of these gaps and provide a solid foundation to the beginner, or those of you who may have studied in the past but then fell off, or those of you who have studied some foundational Arabic but it's still a little fuzzy and you want to revise and solidify what you've already learned. Inshallah, this will be of benefit to you as well. After completing this text and its accompanying lessons, inshallah, you'll be able to understand speech and its parts, identify the 3 types of words in the Arabic language and their usage, understand sentence structure, find new words using the Handsword Dictionary, translate basic sentence structures, along with some added additional benefit as well, inshallah. The only prerequisite for this course is that you know how to read Arabic script. While writing may be helpful and beneficial, it's not necessary to progress through this course and through this text, but there's plenty of free videos on YouTube that can help you further develop that skill. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the post notification bell, like, and share this as well so that other people can benefit from it, inshallah. Below will be a link to my ebook, which is at a minimal cost of $10 for those who want to follow along. Not only will it be of benefit to you in your studies, but it's also a means of supporting me and helping me to further my own personal studies as a student and to continue creating free beneficial content. And if you're able, then feel free to give more. All support and feedback is appreciated. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from us our efforts as being purely for His sake alone and enable us to benefit from our learning and our teaching. May Allah accept this small effort and make it a means, a stepping stone toward our furthering our relationship, our connection, our bond with the Quran and with the Sunnah of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.